World of Tanks American SPG. American SPG line is, overall, it's a good SPG line. I enjoy playing it. They're easy to drive, easy to get around. All the specifications are kind of in the middle. I think the reloads might be a little bit longer than some of the other branches. The top tier, pretty easy. If you can play the tier 5, you're going to be kind of used to the top tier, etc. So the M41, the M44, very similar. The play style is going to be similar. You get to the M12, the vehicle is a little bit larger. And you notice that this M53 is similar to the lower tier SPGs. And this one gets to be into a more modern SPG. It'd be a little bit larger. And then when you get to the one that is top tier, you'll see that it's pretty bulky. Got a big gun there. Compared with the other SPG lines, they're all up here at the top. German ones, nothing special about German SPGs. So that's the last line you're going to want to work on. Ignore what the names are or anything like that. Russia has good SPGs, but the lower tiers are difficult to play. They tend to be a little bit awkward, but the tier 10 is really, really, really good. UK has high arcs, which means you can hit behind buildings more easily. Easy to play, except for the low tiers. French SPG are excellent. Fast, easy to get around. There's autoloader. And I enjoy playing the French SPGs. We don't have SPGs in these other tiers. So I would say, the French line is the most fun line to play. And if you want the tier 10, the second easiest is the American. If you want the tier 10, you go for that Russian. The clan players play the tier 10 UK because it's got that high gun arc. So it is a good SPG line. That's what the vehicle looks like. Got different types of ammo. My recommendation is you want the large damage radius and the stun duration. If you use the other ammo, this one doesn't have the stun duration. This one has higher penetration. And I've tried higher penetration, and I haven't gotten any advantage out of it. Don't penetrate vehicles. So it doesn't serve the purpose that I want out of it. I'm used to playing with damage radius, getting the burst radius. So these are easy to drive. The view range isn't very good. Can't see very far. They nerfed it a long time. You notice I got the 2 marks of excellence on a lot of these vehicles. They want to make these vehicles as hard to play as possible. You notice that the gun is pretty small compared to that other American SPG I showed you. But the guns don't change very much from vehicle to vehicle. And it's rare that you're going to get a penetration because the penetration values are so low. 39. You're only going to penetrate lowest tier vehicles, and you're not going to get good matchmaking, etc. The top players who have the 3 gun marks, they have amazing games. Maybe I've actually improved my game lately, so I'm having better games. But I'm working on that 3rd gun mark. So of course, the M12, you notice that the gun's a lot bigger. And again, they're easy to drive, low penetration. It's got the same penetration that the lower tier vehicle had. When you look at the guns, you see the tier 6 says 39,600, and this is 39,600. The penetration and the damage is the same. This one loads a little bit faster. Aims a little bit faster. More stun duration. So you want to pick that gun. You want to be very careful because you might find a case where you got something better with the lower tier gun. Same penetration. Now we get into a gun that has higher penetration than all the lower tiers. This one has better aim time, and it has faster loading, substantially faster. Better dispersion. So the lower gun has better specs. This one basically does more damage. There might be a situation where you want to fire more frequently, and but the potential damage from this gun is a lot higher. The potential stun is a lot higher. You should do better with the upgraded gun. Depends on what mission you're working on, right? So again, this penetration is 39, which is a tier 9 vehicle, and it's got the penetration of like a tier 5 SPG. And this one is equal to the vehicle before it. So you're going one tier up, but the gun really isn't changing. So you're not going to get a better gun. You're not going to aim faster. You're not going to load faster. You're not going to get penetration better. You're not going to get more damage. Penetration only went up to 60. Went from 52 to 60. So, it's not going to be easy to play. The guns become more difficult to handle. More load time, more dispersion, more aim time. You get more damage, more stun. When I play them, I usually put gun rammer, something that helps aim, Coca-Cola. You don't need repair kits or fire extinguishers. I use a directive for the gun rammer. It really brings the gun loading time down a lot. Reduced it by 10. Brought it from 46 down to 36. It's a big advantage. Maybe I could play around with this and come up with something better. I don't know. So I like these vehicles. There's no premium American SPG. The only premium SPG that I know of is the British Sexton, which is a piece of garbage. Don't waste your money on it. Worst tank I ever played. And the French, they call it the Lef H. If you're going to play SPGs, I recommend you play the French line, which is right here. The lower tiers are going to be similar to the American SPGs, and then you're going to get the nice French SPGs. This is the one the clans play with the high arc. There's nothing good about this. The FV304 used to be good. It's not good anymore. The Bishop, difficult to do anything. Crusader is difficult to play. S51, one of the most difficult tanks in the game. You'll understand when you play it. Object 261, great SPG. The rest of them, nothing good about them. German SPGs, nothing good about them. I know it says GWE 100, but you know what? It's name only. You're really not going to care about the Germans I would say play the French first and the American second. These will be fun to play, but you're really going to enjoy playing the French Tier 10 and the Russian Tier 10, and maybe even the British Tier 10. This Tier 10, I get good games out of it, but it's not as fun as the French or the Russian. For competitive gameplay, I would pick the Russian one. Fast reload, fast aim. We'll look for comparison. Low penetration, low damage, faster gun loading, good dispersion, fast aim time. You can keep on firing. The reason why you want to stun vehicles, because if somebody hits it and does 500 damage, doesn't matter what SPG you play, you still get that 500 damage. It's the time duration that brings you more. But the damage that somebody does when you track or stun, it's the same no matter what SPG you play. So you want something that can stun frequently or track frequently. Keep them tracked. Fast reload has an advantage, and that's this vehicle. And also the French one, because it's an autoloader. This is an autoloader right here. Okay, so that's my opinion of the American SPG line. There is a double barrel SPG. It's called like the Eliminator, like the M41 Eliminator or something like that. And maybe it's available in the console version. It's a double shot. Or maybe it's not a double barrel. Maybe it's just a 4-shot autoloader SPG called like the M41 Eliminator or something. But most people don't know about it, because it was posted a long time ago. Okay, so that's my opinion. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. And I have a ton of SPG videos you can watch on my account.